My name is Mary Jepson, and I am the head organizer for Yakima Repair Cafe. The Repair Cafe in Yakima has been in operation for about a year. We're celebrating today, which is May 17th, 2025, our first anniversary. So we're pretty excited. There were a number of us who were interested in starting a repair cafe in Yakima. And we invited John Storley, who is president of the Maker Space board, to come and join us. And we were looking for a space, and he volunteered the Maker Space here in Yakima, and it's turned out absolutely the perfect place for us.
My name is Michael. So I represent Yakima Maker Space. I've been a member for about 4 years and volunteer, and joined the board about 4 months ago. So the relationship between Repair Cafe and Yakima Maker Space, we're kind of a symbiotic partnership. They operate under our nonprofit status. As you can see, we have a great space here, so we were able to host the event without forcing Repair Cafe to go find their own building or their own volunteers or their own tools. And so we get to work together that way. They get to utilize our abundance of tools, our space, our members, and to kind of further their mission. The relationship between Repair Cafe and Yakima Makerspace has been excellent. I think it has kind of broadened the horizons for our members. We have quite a few members that come in and volunteer during the event. It's also just been great to see the community respond, bring in all sorts of projects, whether they're rewiring a lamp, getting a zipper fix on a bag or something like that. It's been really awesome.
My name is Pam. My volunteer services circle around repairing clothing.
I'm Daniel Muller, and I'm a volunteer for Repair Cafe Yakima. Repair whatever comes in the door. I'm usually doing mechanical, electrical, miscellaneous, lots of different stuff. I never know what's going to come in.
I see Repair Cafe as being something very useful to this community. This is not the wealthiest community in the state, and a lot of people are appreciative that they can get something fixed and it can save them some money. Since we're not charging for the repairs that we do, they're saving money. They're also learning how to repair things for themselves. They're also learning the concept that they don't have to throw things into the landfill, that they can repair and continue to use something that they've had. And it could be a grandmother's lamp that they never got around to fixing, but they'd like to show it off in their home.
I came in with something that was very strange and I know, my brother's, who's long gone, when he was 9, he made a lamp for my mother out of a hunk of wood. And it's kind of kicked around and it didn't work, and the thing that held the what's-it was all kind of wobbly and weird. And they just and all I have to do now is go buy a lampshade. I have my brother's tree trunk lamp, which is about that home, and I'm thrilled.
My volunteering at Repair Cafe Yakima is helpful to our community in a couple different ways. First of all, someone might be coming in without a skill set to repair an open seam or hem up a pair of pants. I've been doing sewing since I was 12 years old. So now they go home with a garment that they can use. Secondly, out of frustration, if someone can't do those repairs, it might end up in the landfill, and we don't want that.
I volunteer to work with Repair Cafe because I believe it serves this community in a unique way that I haven't seen any other way, first of all. That is helping people save money, repairing things. I also see a lot of people in my situation. They're retired. They have a lot of knowledge. They understand how to repair things. But the grandkids live halfway across the country. This is a way for them to share their talent and for people to learn from them.
I volunteer because it is a skill set that I've honed for 50 plus years, and it's easy for me, and I acknowledge that it's not easy for everyone.
Oh yes, this is I have a big lawn, and I put these out and I drag them around and they work. Well, this one quit working and I didn't know why. And I've been fiddling with it now for quite a while. I got all the other sprinklers all fixed up and ready to go. And I came in and he just went, whoop, and he fixed it, and it was in the spring. The spring was busted, or not busted, it was unbusted. So now this doesn't do much for my soul, but it's nice. But having that lamp, I can see the basement where he made it. I could see my brother sanding it. You know, it's my life. It's part of my life. I learned a lot. He taught me how to fix this. I don't have to bring this in again. You know, and it'll go because the spring is loose. But I can fix it now. And now I can find something else in my gonna fix it later pile and bring it in.
I would like to see in the future of Repair Cafe in Yakima a tool lending library. That's going to be down the road. We have a lot of growing to do first. I'd also like to see a library of things, which would not necessarily be tools. It might be a pack and play that grandparents could rent for a small fee for the weekend because the kids are coming over. I'd also like to see more classes, and more through the classes, I think people would begin to realize that they can repair things for themselves as well. So, yeah.
I think the biggest benefit for us right now would be more publicity, more volunteers, and perhaps some sponsorship and or donations.
My most rewarding part of working for Repair Cafe is totaling up the number of people who have come in on a given work day and how many things we fixed. We also check out the percentage, and hopefully it's over 60%, which is the average across the globe. The two biggest benefits for Repair Cafe Yakima right now, and it's twofold, would be that we would have more volunteers of all kinds. We welcome anybody who's interested, whether they can repair things or not. The other one is that we would like to get the word out more to the people in the community. We're growing, but I think we could grow faster. I think we could really get going here. Yeah.
It's one thing for them to be able to get their item repaired, and especially if that's a meaningful thing to them and not just, hey, let's see if we can fix this. But sometimes it's a heirloom or something that really means something to them, and if we can breathe life back into that thing, that's great. I also think it's good for a community to have volunteers who are just willing to connect, and on kind of a open-ended basis where somebody can bring in anything and we'll figure it out and go from there. And it's fun to kind of engage with the community that way. So I think it's both a sign of good health in a community, and it's also something that can help bring health to a community when people see that there's volunteers who care, or they can volunteer, or that it's just, maybe it's a break from their normal way that they engage with Yakima.